What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get, and we are here for another National Finals reaction. Today, this is going to be a big one because we are reacting to the host country for Eurovision, that being Austria. They have a brand new national selection to hold called Vienna Calling. It's the first time they've done it in years, and I'm here to take a look at what they're offering. Now, I want to give a full disclosure. I'm very upset with ORF at the moment, that being the broadcaster for Austria. They did make a strong push for that country to stay in the contest and keep appearing in various editions of Eurovision. Needless to say, I am not very sympathetic towards the Austrian broadcaster at the moment for that specific reason. But I decided I'm going to do this show anyway because while ORF hasn't been making wise decisions with their competition, I still really want to see what the artists are offering, because at the end of the day, the artists are the people who make up these shows. I'm sure they have so much creativity with the songs that they've recorded and released this year, so let's just take a look at that. The weather has been super rainy today, but honestly I think that's very fitting because JJ is no stranger to belting his operatic vocals while it's stormy. But yeah, we're going to kick back this afternoon and just listen to some music. Be sure to grab your umbrella and rain jacket. Because it's time for Vienna Calling. Alright, so we got Anna-Sophie with Superhuman, our opening song for tonight. Let's see it. Ooh, look at this. A lot of red lines to give us our opener. Ooh, I kind of like how it almost feels like we're moving forward with the way the graphics are designed. Ooh, I notice our singular guitarist in the background. I'm sure he's doing a lot of good work. Yeah, this kind of has like a bit of an 80s style to it, you know? A feeling. Ooh, that was a nice little bass melody right there. You know, after we got the chorus. Yeah, she's kind of utilizing the country's flag colors a little bit, you know? Lots of red and a dash of white, you know? I think she's doing that intentionally. Oh my god, look at that! Dancing with the guitar player. And there you go. We got the smoke blowing up in the air as we get our climax. Alright! There is our first performance. Okay, so we just had Anna-Sophie with her song Superhuman. Yeah, that one had a really peppy spirit to it. And I like how she utilized the Austrian flag colors for her performance, you know, to show off a little bit of national pride. I really liked how she felt alive on that stage, and the guitarist, of course, seemed like he was a jolly good fella. Yeah, and it's her telling the world that, you know, she feels stronger than she could have possibly imagined. You know, she could take on any tasks that she desires. So yeah, Anna-Sophie, I think you are wonderful. I'm sure you feel very proud of this one. Our next performer is Sidrit Vokshi, Wenn ich rauche. I hope I said that correctly. Okay, we got a super raspy voice for this guy right here. A man who does piano is always the perfect aesthetic to build up the drama and add to some seriousness. Ooh, I like the orange lighting here. It's very warm. Ooh, that piano melody right there was kind of clever. I like that. It's a little thing to comment on, but the drums are pretty clean with this tune, you know? Ooh, everybody holding up their lighters. You know, it's anthemic when people do that. Alright. Good job, Sidrit. Alright, so our song that we just had was Wenn ich rauche by Sidrit Vokshi. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, like I said before. But yeah, that was like a nice little delicate piano ballet, you know, something that's very easy on the ears, something that people could sing along to, you know, wave their arms to and all that. I don't think it stands out too much, or at least it won't stand out too much once we get through the entire running order. But yeah, he seems like a nice enough guy, and I'm sure it really means a lot to him. So yeah, not a bad song. All right, now this is an artist that I started my notes. Kayla Krystin with brenn. Whoa. Okay. I am living for this dress. That is so beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god. This sounds like a defiant voice right here. So much power behind her vocals. Okay, there you go. Kayla girl. You bring in the fire with this one, literally. And the electric guitars on this song, too, are extremely heavy. Like, oh my god. They're going all out with this production. They're going on epic mode. Yeah, and the way the drums ramp up, too, along with her voice. Oh my god. Alright, great use of smoke right there. You always gotta admire the smoke machine. Ooh, I like the blending of colors on the stage floor right there. Ooh, there you go. There you go. Flex it. Flex it. Flex it. Oh, man. That one's gonna make you break a sweat. For sure. For sure. Alright. Kayla Krystin with brenn. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I was just in absolute awe the whole time. Like, she absolutely brought the fire with that performance. She has so much power behind her vocals, and the visuals were totally fitting. The production that she was relying on was like super intricate and so like high quality. I can't even begin to describe how much it pleased my ears. Like, oh my god. And look, she's like so proud of herself. You can see it on the screen right now. Yeah. I don't know how this won't get, like, at least top 3. Like, if she doesn't go to Vienna, at least, like, put her on the podium, alright? She deserves it. Alright, time for Reverend Stomp. Alright, hopefully they can live up to the name and make people stop. Okay. This one just seems like chill indie music so far. I kind of like the graphics behind them, where it seems like we're just cruising on a dirt road. Shout out to the guitarist. He's doing great. Ooh, there you go. There you go. I'm living for that percussion. I'm living for that percussion. Very good use of warm colors for the presentation. That's worth complimenting. Woo! Okay. Good stuff from Reverend Stomp. Alright, so the song we just listened to was Mescalero Ranger. That was by Reverend Stomp. That one I would kind of describe as like indie country, you know? It almost kind of felt like as if it wasn't like high production or anything, but like it was just a chill song where it kind of felt like we were just, you know, cruising down the countryside or whatever. And I would assume that it's kind of like a love song where the lead singer is talking about how he's developed a nice relationship with a woman and, you know, they're just kind of building this life for each other. I could be totally wrong about this. I wasn't paying that close attention to the lyrics, but hopefully I am on the right track. Regardless, I think Reverend Stomp has some good stuff to offer here. I wouldn't count out a victory for them, or at least a good score. I learned my lesson from Napa's victory that I shouldn't underestimate the more subdued bands. Overall, nice quality from them. Bamlak Werner, we are not just one thing. Alright, let's hear her. Alright, we got another beautiful dress on display. The goldish coloring, ooh, super fashionable. Ooh, this kind of puts me in a good mood. Ooh, there you go, Bamlak. There you go. Show people what you're made of. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this techno drop, but I welcome it. Ooh. Now we're just flowing through outer space. I love it. We're not just one thing, we're thunder, we're spring. Ooh, that's a bar right there. That's a bar right there. The falsetto, baby. The falsetto. The falsetto. Woo! Nice job, Bamlak. Nice. Okay. Okay, so that was Bamlak Werner with We Are Not Just One Thing. That one felt very spirited. I felt like I was smiling along with her, you know? I felt like my soul was being cleansed a little bit, or, you know, being, like, comforted a little bit, I should say. And, yeah, she had a great use of color. She was absolutely fun and lively, and, oh my god, she is getting super emotional on the stage. Yeah, yeah, she's a wonderful girl. I think that she deserves plenty of points. I am not super sure if she's going to win this, but I still think that she absolutely deserves some praise for this performance. Like, she looks very proud of it. She's in tears. Yeah, I would definitely tell her a job well done. Okay, so it seems like the audience is going pretty crazy for Villa Pillar. Let's see what this guy is doing here. I'm liking his voice. Bro has good vocals right here. Oh my god, he's like surrounded by so many like cloths and whatnot. Sheets, I should say. The touch of harps right there. Very elegant. I love this techno melody right here. This is pretty awesome. Nice, he's just basking in that pink light. Yeah, so many paint splatters in his graphics right now. Oh yeah, if you thought that pink light was strong before, I mean, just look at this bridge. Okay, I think he's saying life is art. That was like the English line I just heard. Okay! Wow! Okay. He brought his all to this one. Okay, so we just had Philipp Pillar. He brought the song Das Leben ist Kunst. That one had a lot of creativity to it. Like, I gotta say that right now. Like, I really like how this seems to be a song where he's just enjoying his love for arts or painting or creativity. Like, this one, yeah, it seems like he had a lot of fun putting this one together. He had the furniture, like, you know, covered in all the blankets and everything, and, like, the, different cloths and sheets. He had the paint splattered on his hands to make it look like he just got done putting together a Jackson Pollock, painting or something. Yeah, and of course, he showed off a lot of neat tricks with his voice, especially when it came to the falsetto. Yeah, so I could see why the audience is kind of going nuts for him. Can he earn the ticket to the big show? Possibly. I wouldn't count it out. Alright, so our next artist is called Nikotin. I'm curious to see what this is about. Alright, looks like he has a bunch of cyan colors on himself right now. He kind of has like the voice muffled. It's sort of like what Somber does with his music. Alright, the visuals behind him are pretty interesting. It almost kind of looked like we were looking at a whirlpool right there. Ooh, it looks like he's standing in the center of an eye. Shout out to the band. They're definitely doing a lot of hard work for the song. Ooh, sick guitar melody right here. I like that synth melody right there. And there you go! Ended with the glittery guitar. Alright, so that was Unsterblich with Nikotin at the microphone. That's a funny way to form the sentence. But to get on with the actual performance, yeah, he had a really interesting use of coloring. You know, he lit himself in cyan, and then in the back there was a bunch of red graphics. That was nice to look at, you know, especially since they contrast with each other sometimes. Yeah, he was definitely a rock star on that stage. In a way, he kind of reminds me of Somber a little bit, with like the muffled voice and everything. Yeah, I also like the rotating camera that they utilized. That was pretty neat. I'm sure that would be a cool effect if he does get to Vienna. Yeah, I probably wouldn't make it my top pick, but I think he definitely has the rock spirit in him, of course. So yeah, I'm sure this one's definitely gonna garner some fans. All right, David Kurtz, Pockets Full of Snow. I think I've had enough snow this season, but let's see what he's bringing. Ooh, all right. This one kind of feels very classic, almost like I'm in the 90s. It's giving Noah Khan so far. All right, he seems to be projecting a big shadow, almost as if he's like right there in the memories. Okay, ramping it up a little bit. We got the electric guitar sound. Yeah, this one's like a very gentle ballad coming from David. All right, we are bringing in the drums to elevate the production. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so we just had David Kurtz. He sang the song Pockets Full of Snow. That sounds like the anti-Natasha Bedingfield type song. But to talk about David specifically, yeah, he seemed like he's a very folksy kind of dude, you know? He doesn't have any, like, glittery or bombastic costumes to wear on stage. He just kind of has, like, a nice little brown coat and a flannel shirt and, like, a white shirt, you know? Yeah, he seems like a down-to-earth type guy, you know? But, yeah, it seems like that one was about, like, you know, him reflecting on memories, or at least that's what the visuals were telling me. And, yeah, it was nice how he played with the shadows a little bit and how the production escalated at certain moments. But, yeah, I wouldn't submit it to Vienna, if I'm being honest, because, I don't know, it just doesn't have that spark that so many fans look for. But I'm sure this one was near and dear to his heart. All right, Julia Steen with her self-titled song, Julia. I'm interested in this. Yeah, we're just cutting to different angles of her right now. Okay, we got another performer who's super reliant on pink colors. Ooh, there you go. That's how you show your vocal power. That's really nice. Yeah, I really like the country pop that's infused with this one. Ooh, look at that. I love the text that's being displayed on screen right there. That's a nice little graphic. Ooh, the acoustic guitar for the pre-chorus. Love it. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying Julia, Julia, Julia by the time I'm done hearing this. Uh-oh, here we go. Backup dancers. Coming in, showing their stuff. Oh! 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 Okay. Woo! Okay. Alright, so Julia Steen brought us the song Julia. She named it after herself. And I guess if I were to take a guess, this is her taking pride in herself. This is all about self-confidence. She wants to boost herself up a bit. If other people know what the song means, I'd love to hear it in the comments, because, you know, I'm always glad to hear other interpretations. But the visuals were really nice. I kind of liked how it had all these different words and, like, fonts, like, plastered everywhere. She was very reliant on the pink, much like our boy Philip, who performed earlier. And I like how she brought in the backup dancers for the final chorus. And, of course, the country pop production did a lot to bring out the spirit and happiness that she was probably aiming for. So yeah, I see her as a good contender too. Like, she could very well end up in the top 3, if not win the whole thing. I mean, at least that's what I'm hoping happens. All right, I'm counting on you, Julia. All right, Frevd with Riddle. Let's see what they're doing here. All right, so already we got so much green coloring with this one. I kind of like how this percussion is sort of building up to a big bombastic chorus. Yeah, it just punches you right in the face. Almost kind of looks like TV static that they have on the graphics. Lead vocalist, not bad at singing, not at all. Ooh, right from the chest. He felt that scream right from the chest. There you go. Give it one more epic outro. Good stuff. Alright, so we just had Riddle by Frevd. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, that would have felt very Halloween-y, if you know what I mean. Like the way that they used green and white colors to create a really uneasy atmosphere. And the masks that they have on their faces, that's definitely thematic. And I think it's supposed to be about how his mental health is going awry and he needs someone to like really help him out of that whole funk. And yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward of a message. These guys definitely blend well with each other. I can tell that they have worked so well together. Yeah, I think possibly this could get a good score. I wouldn't really count on them earning the ticket to Vienna, but overall, not bad stuff. Alright, this is Painted Reality by Lena Schaur. Ooh, that is one bluesy guitar. I love that. Woo! Okay. Oh, she got the blues in her soul. Okay. Lena. The way the light is just beaming towards her as if the spotlight is on her and this is a big moment. Ooh, look at that. The silhouettes of her bands behind the curtain. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here, curtains. It's showtime. We're seeing the real Lena. Those backup singers, oh my god. They are fantastic. Hell yeah. Let's go. Wow. Okay, so Painted Reality by Lena Schaur. Wow, yeah, she had so much blues in her voice. Like, I was just astonished by how well she could sing. And of course, it's a song about her wanting to stay true to herself, not letting the glitz and the glam get to her. And, you know, I'd rather be broken and true than be perfect and played for you. I can't get over how well written that line is. That's, yeah, she was spitting fire with that. And overall, she looked great on the stage. Like, the curtain that was, like, right behind her as she was, like, beginning the song, but then it falls downward, and then we get the band, and we got her authentic self. Every single member looked like they were doing the part so well, and it just looks so classy. That's the word I would use for it. It's classy. Yeah, oh my god. Lena, I hope you end up with a very strong score, because that is worth, like, $1,000,000. Alright, closing out the running order is Cosmó. I'm expecting some real magic with this one. Oh my god, we have so many animal masks on stage right now. It's almost like a Halloween party. Alright, he's definitely rocking the disco ball look with his top. Again, we have a bright shade of pink. Yeah, that seems to be the thematic color for this evening. Oh my god, look at this choreography. Ooh, that was kind of a nice little synth melody right there after the chorus. Here we go. The flashing rectangles are back again. Yeah, we're just having a party in the rainforest right here. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Alright, so we just had Cosmó. His song was called Tanzschein. Oh my god, yeah, so many intriguing things going on that stage. We got dancers partying in Halloween mascot helmets. We got like a bodyguard dressed in a nice pristine suit. We got Cosmó with a blue star on his eye and a disco ball top. And he's like dancing intensely in front of the flashing rectangles. Honestly, I feel like this is one of those songs where I would definitely prefer to know German because to an English speaker or someone who prominently speaks English, this is going to be very confusing. But yeah, I'm sure this is going to get a lot of votes just because it's extremely campy and silly and people are just, laughing at all the visuals going on. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people having fun with this one. So yeah, I wouldn't count it out, getting first place. So we got through all 12 of our performers this afternoon. It was super entertaining, a lot of different genres, a lot of different visuals, a lot of different topics. It was just a blast for sure. But of course, we can only select one winner, and that's what I plan on revealing here, my top pick. So let's get into that. I'm giving my 8 points to Julia Steen. She had her self-titled song, Julia. I love the country pop production with this tune. I felt like the chorus was way too catchy, and I really liked her pink getup she had going on. And the backup dancers that she brought in, they gave their all as well. And it felt like she was just really empowering herself on that stage. So yeah, I really liked what Julia was bringing. My 10 points are going to Das Leben ist Kunst by Philip Pillar. I thought he was super creative on that stage. He really did a good job at playing with like the painting metaphors and all that. And he had some wonderful high notes to hit. I liked how he played with the pink colors like Julia. Yeah, he seems like a very quirky dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes the tickets. He has a lot to offer, I'm sure. But my 12 points, my personal favorite from this entire show, was Lena Schaur with the song Painted Reality. Yeah, she was extremely bluesy with her voice. Like, oh my god, she was just elegant on that stage. She was classy on that stage. I liked how she was all about staying authentic to herself, and she was just beaming with life. I really liked how the band was just working with her, the backup vocalist especially, and yeah, it just felt really down to earth, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Lena is my personal favorite. I am not sure if she's gonna take the win per se, but she definitely won my heart over. It sucks because I really liked Kayla, but I put her in 4th place. Man, it's like, holy crap, I didn't have enough room to put Kayla in my top 3. That stinks. Well, anyway, best of luck to all 4 of them. Hopefully they earn good scores. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, this is so nerve-wracking. I have no idea what's about to happen. Alright, this one is getting to me right now. Everybody's like on the edge of their seats. They have no idea what's about to happen.
Cosmó!
Alright, Cosmó! So the literal star is about to be a star in Vienna. Okay. Wow, okay. I had him pretty far down on my list, but honestly, I think he could bring a lot of craziness to the competition. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be really jamming with his song. So, well guys, that was our show for this evening. Vienna Calling is over, and we got Cosmó going to the capital city to compete in Eurovision. I think this was a satisfactory recording, and hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. I mean, I certainly did, so that's what's really important. I'll definitely be recording some more National Finals reactions next week. I know that we're going to have another Super Saturday, and it's going to be really stacked. In the meantime, if you guys want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description, and that's where we are wrapping up today. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, but I hope you are able to soak up those drops. Take care.